This is cool.
It's a palace.
He was right. It all looks completely untouched.
Space dwarves. It's true.
Right?
It's underground,
Yeah.
right? Why are there chairs, like, everywhere? These look like terrible chairs. Would you like to relax in our bicycle chair? No.
This is really creepy. This reminds me of something out of, like something that you would see in that, like, 80s Wizard of Oz movie. What was that called? Return to
Oz.
Yeah.
God, still in love with that pumpkin head, dude. It kind of reminds me of, like, the ending of 2001: A Space Odyssey, where he ends up in an alien zoo and dies, and then he's a baby, I don't know. Is this... I thought it was like an elevator or something.
You were right about the palace. What's the plan now?
We get Foster back, and then we leave.
I was hoping for something more specific.
I suppose we're looking for some sort of apparatus like the one Gramps had.
Would that be the Soul Sucker?
I'll know it when I see it.
Even if you did find the thing, this place is dead. What mythic technology might be here is now useless.
We just need to power her up. Tell her that we're here. I can feel this is going to work out just fine.
Who's he? Tshirt? Is Foster? Oh, maybe Foster is his AI best friend, or whatever.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone home?
We've been assuming that Foster's a
Down.
human.
There must be some sort of power below the halls.
We've been bionormative.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna be a word for, like, AIs coming. It's like, quit being bionormative. And
Wait.
I'm like...
Where are you going?
I'm just checking out the corners, you know? I just want to look at everything.
There's a shit ton of chairs in here.
What did they think was gonna happen? I just want to look at all the corners, see if there's any, like, fun details. We can go up or down.
I thought we came from up.
We came from the left up. Whatever. We're
Okay.
going. She chose down. Like, what's gonna come out of these things? Something. Right?
I don't think so.
I feel like I'm in a dream. This feels like a dream palace. Where everything's kind of...
Oh, that's creepy.
You're right, this is kind of like Wizard of Ozzy, right?
Isn't it?
Ooh, we can look at ourselves. I keep wanting to look at ourselves, but she keeps turning her bod. Damn it! Look at me! Just thought people would want to look at her outfit from the front.
This is also, like, the style is, like...
I recognize these.
It feels confusing.
They look like the stone faces at the gates between the garden terraces. Maybe it's a door of some sort. We called them gatekeepers. They were supposed to make us ponder if we were worthy to pass.
You're not getting through without power, and this place is dead.
The style reminds me of, like, Art Deco. Like, something that you'd see, like, 1920s.
Yeah, I
kind
think
of like
you're right.
the geometric stuff, you know?
I feel like...
Like those, like, these patterns on the walls and on the doors.
I think they did, like, a good job of making it look familiar, but something not quite right about it. Does that make sense? Where you're like, oh yeah, like, this all seems familiar, but it doesn't seem quite right. Like, maybe this floor is, like, a metaphor, like, it's an illusion.
The floor is a metaphor.
Yeah, because if you look at the floor, there's illusioned, three-dimensional stuff in there. So, I think he's trying to imply we need to turn the power on, but...
Hold on, oh, that's a door, okay.
But she seems to be familiar with this, A, this architecture, and B, the door lore.
Door lore. Yeah, because she called them, they looked like the gatekeepers.
And you're supposed to ponder if you're worthy of entering it.
I wonder if we can jump over that railing in that room.
Duh! Like, of course!
I don't know.
I like the background music.
It's subtle, which is nice that it's not like dun 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 dun.
It's nice and it doesn't feel repetitive. It's just like...
Yeah. Like, it doesn't feel like you're listening to some, like, elevator music, like, dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun.
Sometimes when, I get stuck in a level, the music can be really annoying. You were right.
Yep.
But there's this one level in Rule of Rose where you have to do something, but it's playing this really annoying, like, song on a record over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's intentional to just make you feel like you're insane.
Yeah.
But every time it's a loop, it'll, like, have 10 seconds of silence to just give you hope that maybe it's over.
That maybe
every
it
time.
stopped.
Like, it just goes, and then it goes, and you're like, maybe
it's
maybe
over?
not. And you're like, no!
It looks like a tuning fork.
Yes, obviously. The resourcefuls call them voices. Strike them and let the true tone interfere to find clarity and enlightenment.
Ah, of course.
So, it seems this is the second time she talked about resourcefuls and having it with an uppercase, so what do you think?
I think it's, well, he called it a pseudo-religion.
He did?
Yes.
Be wary of resourcefuls, so maybe this is part of the... And she said some religious-sounding shit.
I don't know that she's a resourceful. She might have, like, some personal experience with them, you know?
What does that mean?
The suit detects a pattern to the sound, and the decryption is kicking in.
Okay, is it decrypting?
Huh.
Oh,
Collectibles.
it's a collectible.
Spread throughout the palace are the voices, tuning forks, whose sound is encoded with bits of an encrypted data pattern. Each voice contains a unique fragment, and as you strike them, the suit will compile the information. The fragments are visualized as colored stripes in the pop-up HUD. The blue stripes denote the data that has been siphoned so far, and the yellow stripes are the data just collected. When the bar is completely filled out, the data pattern is complete, although still encrypted. So, if we see them, we should strike them.
More creepy mirrors.
Yeah.
What's this?
What's
this? Seems important.
What's this?
What's this? Okay, I assume we have to go find a way to turn on the lights, and then under the lights we're gonna be like, whoa! Oh, that looks like another doot-de-doot.
A doot-de-doot, yeah.
Tuning fork. Using a tuning fork seems like one of those things
It's definitely picking up something. I think they're pieces of a puzzle. We need more of them to find out what it is.
Like, it seems like one of those things a new religion would be like, yes, the sacred tuning
fork.
Like, what? Just don't question it, otherwise you're not a real believer.
Yep. Ooh. This is so big. Doesn't it also just seem really random that there would be, like, this, like, super fancy schmancy palace on this, like, weird planet?
It is weird.
Like
That's what makes it so, like, wait, what? Why is there a palace?
That door is different.
What? This door? Why is it different?
Is it this one?
She said that door is different. Girl, which door are you talking about?
Was
Oh,
it-
the one down there, probably?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me just check, make sure we're not missing any tuning forks. Okay, we're good. I get worried that we're gonna crack that nice marble
I bet
floor.
there's an activation mechanism for the door.
Yeah, but there's no power.
We'll figure it out.
Will we, or is this just the end? It's a mystery. Turning around into the darkness.
This is meaningless. Foster is dead. Some things just cannot be undone. Think about it. If you could capture the souls of the dead in a cube, and then bring the person back to life, surely it would be a huge industry.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's what we're
like that.
counting on.
I know for a fact that he's in there.
I have wondered how you came to believe that. But I doubt that I'll agree with your reasoning. You resourcefuls are too far removed from reality to make sense. You've seen nothing but the bought and paid for fairy tale designed by your grandfather.
Well, the reality of my fairy tale upbringing was that it was all about this place. No, even before that, my genes. Graham spent centuries creating his resourcefuls, carefully picking potential from the gene pool. We were created to come here, and this feels very real to me.
What? What are you talking about? Wait, what?
There's
She's like perfectly genetically engineered to be this?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it sounds like he's the cult leader of sorts.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what that sounds like? Yes, I'm perfectly picking the correct genes. That's why all the women must have sex with me.
That's how cult leaders do it, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, he's a cult leader who needed to perfect the genome. Sure.
And
he just
I'm
wanted
the
to
perfect
bust a nut,
specimen,
okay?
so everybody will have sex with me.
These, I know. We had rings exactly like them in the gardens.
The suit detects a small gravity charge inside the scepter.
Perhaps it can power the big door. The pedestal looks like the activation mechanism.
Yeah, sure, Grandpa.
So we took the thingy. Now we...
Just
We
out
go
of
back.
curiosity, what's the higher meaning of keeping scepters displayed inside huge rings made of gold? It does seem a bit much, even if you are filthy rich.
The rings were not for show. They are part of our training.
Okay.
Oh, and you do what exactly? Step inside and feel wealthy?
I like this robot.
Quite. The rings spin up, and the challenge is to get out in one piece. At first, staying in there is the only sane thing to do. But as the hunger comes, the rhythm of the spinning starts to sink in. At some point, you realize that starving eats away at your chance of making it out. Then the leap. No, wait too long.
Right. You almost had me going there for a while.
Wait. What?
Yeah. Go back up, down here.
But,
And then over there.
first of all, why do the rings have to be gold if you're just going to be slicing people up? You'd think that they would want
Mari,
a more resilient metal.
if you had the ability to slice people up, wouldn't you want it to be golden rings?
Yeah, but then it's a soft metal. It feel like it would break all
By
the
the
time.
way, I don't know if you noticed that there were no other exits from this pit than the big door. How I hope the scepter will magically make it open.
It will work.
Must be nice always feeling that the world will act in your favor. It doesn't, though. My guess is that you will learn this momentarily.
I kind of like the AI, where he's like, whatever, bourgeoisie bitch.
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
Nothing. What a shock. Looks like you might be joining Foster after all, just not the way you imagined.
I don't get it. What Gramps did to hundreds of resourcefuls for this?
Well, maybe it
I
should
saw it
key
the day
you
I came
in.
to you. The subject lies down on a marble surface with a strange silver pattern. And the silver unfolds, pierces the skin and slithers inside.
What?
In about half an hour, it consumes everything. And all that remains is an empty slab of marble and a newly formed cube.
No.
He called it the translation. The flesh and the soul shall enter the palace through separate doors. We said it 1,000 times, never realizing. I didn't catch Foster's soul in a magical cube. He was dying, and I translated him.
You killed him. The fact that your grandfather did unspeakable things doesn't prove he was right? That Foster can come back? That's insane.
It was the only chance we had, and believe me, I'm good at chances. I gamble for a living, remember? That's how I stayed alive all these years after leaving the gardens.
Well, this time it didn't pan out. Look at you now.
You think I'm giving up?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Also, if Grandpa was making genetically perfect people, why, like, she's, like, ultra mega white. Like, beyond pale. That's rude, Grandpa.
Well, I don't think that...
It was a joke.
Did you see
Yeah.
that? The dim glow.
The activation of the door must have triggered a chemiluminescent. Not uncommon for evacuation purposes.
Ah. Whoa.
Looks like light! Who's the sucker now?
This place is huge.
Well, it turned on. What are you gonna say about that, rude bot? We don't even know his name.
I feel like Rudebot's on the viewer's side.
I know, we're like watching it being like, I want to be on your side because you're pretty, but you're telling me like really crazy things.
Really like cult things.
I kind of want all of this cult shit to be wrong. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, and then they turn into a cube, and you're like,
This hallway alone could easily house all the resourcefuls that ever were.
You finding anything here without coordinates would be a miracle. I compared the quarters you're in now with the overall structure of the planet. The palace is everywhere. All the way to the core. Huge sectors separated by the outside structures you were in.
Wow.
Where do I even go?
I don't
what do
know.
I do? I'm just gonna go places, I guess.
I'm getting some local increases in energy emission.
Know what it is?
Can't tell. It's not radiation. One of them is close to your location. I'll pin it to your HUD.
Oh, cool. Alright. That makes me feel a little bit better, because this place is starting to get huge to the point of, like, where the fuck am I going?
I've got to give it to him, the old man. This place is spectacular.
Nothing but an infinite palace would suffice for you resourcefuls.
I wish you'd stop calling me resourceful.
It's what you are.
I had the training, but I never bought into Gramps' vision. I never wanted any of this.
Yet here you are.
I was 6 the first time I ran away. I hiked for weeks to see what was beyond the gardens. When I finally reached the wall, Gramps was there waiting for me. There's nothing out there but people living like animals, fighting to please their immediate needs and desires. They have no ambition, no perspective. Why fight to get the best out of the little time you have on Earth when you could be fighting to have much more? He went on about the wonders of the palace, but he had already lost me.
Then why are you
All I
here?
could hear was the blood rushing in my veins.
Because of Foster.
I wanted that. To fight for the here and now. I decided that I would do whatever it took to make that happen. So I went back with him, to follow the training, figuring I'd need it to get away. And I was good. He called me his prize. Before the turn, I ran, just shy of 15.
Okay, Miranda
Been here for
Lawson.
7 years now. Not really what you'd call a running away from home excursion.
Not really, no.
London, you've got to believe me. Foster was a bloody mess and wouldn't have made it out alive. None of us would if I tried to escape with him like that.
He gave you the lighter, so he must have wanted me to take you here. But he would never buy into your grandfather's delusions. It's so far-fetched it almost makes me sick.
Maybe he wanted us to see the truth or some shit.
I'm really into the story of this game.
Yeah, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
what's the deal here?
And, like, this is one of those times where I feel like there's going to be a lot of things left unexplained, and I'm okay with it, you know? Like, it's so interesting how it's like sometimes things happen in games and you're like, that's unrealistic, I don't buy it. And, like, yet I'm seeing this, which is like, oh, they terraformed this entire planet and there's a palace under the entire planet, and yet I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Are you seeing this shit?
Yeah.
What is this?
Whoa.
This must be it.
Probably just the generator. Chill. Her grandpa probably just made a really cool palace with all this fucking money he got from being a cult leader.
No.
No?
I don't know how you could, because she said that one hallway could fit all the resourcefuls that ever lived.
Well, he's rich. He has fucking killing machines made of gold. You want to be a cube? It's a cube
Looks
thing.
exactly like the thing that made the cube.
Ooh.
The cube's made of, like, blood.
Whoa.
Something's not right. I'm picking up a whole load of anomalies.
What's happening?
What?
Are you telling me that just shoving a random thing into a beam is a bad idea?